Have you ever heard the expression, I know it when I see it? Because that was used way back in the day, 1964, in United States Supreme Court Justice Potter Stewart. He said, I know it when I see it. They were looking at what was or was not pornography or obscene, back then. All right, so, that was them saying, what is not obscene or pornography, and they said, well, I know it when I see it. If you're an invader, you're gonna see it. I'm gonna show it all. I'm gonna show you all of it. You're gonna see it so good. You're gonna be saying to yourself, I see it. And this is really all that it's about. Okay, this is really all that's happening right now. This is really all that's happening today. Have you guys heard that the Hand of Millennia is really good, actually, in patch 1.10? Have y'all heard that? Let me ask you have you heard that? You'll know it when you see it. The whole damn video is just so many moments like this, and that's what feels good. That's what feels good. I'm still on this Dark Moon Greatsword kick, if you can imagine that, said the guy who has been on a Dark Moon Greatsword kick for however many, close to a decade. But that's what we're gonna, you can just watch. See that dragon right there? See that dragon communion seal in their hand? Did you see that? I spotted that. I clocked it. Dark Moon Great Sword pilled laser maxers stay winning on God, bruh. And there's nothing they can do about it. The jumpers, the jump cells, the jump attack cells are seething, maulding, coping in the comments. Dropping bigrunes.com. Hey guys, this is Saint Riot, and gotta interrupt this part of the video right here and let you guys know that this video is being brought to you by bigrunes.com. Bigrunes.com is the one-stop shop for everything you need when it comes to needing a big amount of runes in Elden Ring video game. Bigrunes.com has reasonable, reliable prices because everything's free if you just take it from overleveled dudes. Bigrunes.com. Hey guys, what's going on today? It's Saint Riot coming at you live. Big internet. And we're doing a big invasion full of guys who are not fighting, not doing anything, being long-time enjoyers of the balcony with a ladder on it. And I've done everything in my pyre. To try and get these dudes off this balcony, just to do stuff, and they won't do stuff. But this now that the wolves are at the door, and one volcano pot is all it would take to end. Oh, you're gonna sever out? You think you're smart? You think you're so clever? Let's see how clever your friend is. Let's see if your friend passes the Beachtel test, because I don't think they can. I think they're poorly written. We love passivity. We love not playing the game. We love it so much. We just don't engage with the game. Why would I engage with the game? I'm not doing that. I know better than the game. I'm smarter than the game. Look at me, not engaging the game. I'm so clever, look at me. Here I go. Uh-oh. Oh. Watch. Oh, I'm not engaging. I'm not engaging. Oh, you got me. Oh, uh-oh. Don't engage. Don't engage the game. Uh-oh. It's game time. Are you ready for some football? Are you ready for some football? I don't think you're ready for some football. I don't think you know what football is. Now, some of you might be watching that last invasion and thinking to yourself, Jesus Christ, Saint, why? Well, that invasion went on for a really long time. It went on for a really long time. There was like 20 minutes of them just not doing anything. And me just like throwing volcano pots and shooting a jar cannon and cannon of Haima and Night Maiden's Mist. Like, you know, please, let's do... I'm not just going to walk up that ladder, you know? And so that 20 minutes is gone. Because I hit save the last 30 minutes on my PlayStation. And when I saved the last 30 minutes, it was for this invasion that you're watching. That's right. The whole rest of the video is going to be this invasion. And there's parts where I've even, like, chunked down the time a little bit. Because if I hadn't, it would have been exceptionally boring. Really awful. Really awful stuff. I mean, it was just me standing there with Ancestral Spirit Horn Talisman and the Sacrificial Axe so that I could regain some FP. You'll get to it. You'll know it when you see it. So the homeboy here is, you know, he's using this dragon gargoyle halberd, whatever the hell it's called in this game. And, you know, he's living in Europe, which is fine. I have no control over that. Neither does he, probably. It just makes latency or whatever a little bit of an issue. I don't know that he's from Europe, but he's from somewhere far enough away that everything looks slightly late. And he wants to fight, and it's like, alright, cool. And then as soon as we start fighting, his friend is like, haha, here I come. And it's like, alright, well, I'm not going to do that because that would be dumb, right? I'm not dumb. And so, you know, you're going to have to like trick me better, or just, you know, beat me straight up. Those are your options. Trick me better or beat me straight up. You know, you're going to have to be more mean, I guess. You know, you're going to need to really do it. But out here in this open world, baby, I got some enemies hanging around, and you know, it's Petty time. I'm out here on the NASCAR track, and it's Richard Petty time. Okay, I get a little Dick Petty. All right, vroom. I'm going around 200 miles an hour for Petty time, and I'll do it forever. I'll never stop. But that's the way it is, and that's just the way it is sometimes. So they want to summon up this other dude, and it's like they just can't get a hold of him. I don't know what the problem is, but it's none of my business. Somebody in one of my other videos, one of these long invasions, I was like, alright, so at this point I literally put the controller down to go pee. And someone was like, or you blocked the Phantom on PSN so that you couldn't resummon them. You can do that. I don't like to do that. That feels a bit like, you know, you're flipping the board over, you know. You're not really engaging with the game anymore. You're engaging with the board, right? So I don't like to do that. But I also don't like to, like, if I invade somebody and they look like they're alone, I will just always assume they're not alone. And now you can just click on the PlayStation button and it'll tell you how many people you're currently playing with. But I don't like to do that because I feel like it's kind of cheap, you know. But like they were trying to set a trap, and I just, you know, I can just look and see how many players I'm playing with, and their trap is immediately, you know, gone. And I don't like to do that because it feels kind of like, I'm cheating a little bit, you know. But it doesn't matter because I'm never gonna treat anybody like they're alone, because you don't invade solo hosts in this game unless something happens, right? Look at that big damage. Not enough to finish him off, though. Sad. Sad. yeah, you can see what I'm talking about. Look how, like, I had to swing that a little early, and then the damage still came out a little late. Like, it almost feels like he could have got a hit off there because of the latency. So I don't know that he lives in Europe, but I know that he's far enough away that it feels like he lives in Europe, just based off the way latencies work. Anyway, point is, I don't block phantoms. I think it's, you know, unless your phantom is like literally a cheater, like has save edited stats or something. But yeah, the people they come in to your comments and they say some dumb whatever, and then you'll just never see them again. You know, I get a lot of dumb comments. I don't respond to all of them. But my point is I'm going to take a little break during this invasion, and I'm going to speed it up while that happens. Actually, I'm just going to cut it out. You probably won't even notice that I did it because I edited it so good. I edited it. Yeah, you'll notice that I did it because you'll see my FP jump from 0 to not 0. So we got the sacrificial axe. I'm trying to like lure him in here, like, here, yeah, you can fight these dudes. And see, this is the thing, is like now we've got an actual invasion happening, right? But the problem is that I gave up a bunch of flasks and stuff for free before it was an invasion. Back when it was just two guys who were like, uh-oh, I'm gonna jump in at the last second. You'll never see that coming. I am a king surpriser. You know, so I've wasted flasks dealing with that. And now that it's a real invasion, I don't have the flasks to do anything with. So I'm basically just running around like a goof, making them beat some of these random enemies or whatever. And if I'm not mistaken, I do have flasks. I just don't want to spend them. So now it's my turn to be petty. Okay, now I'm out of flasks. But yeah, like, now that it's an actual invasion, I'm just running around being petty and just making them kill these random mausoleum soldiers so that I can regain HP and FP from it. Once I get enough FP, I can throw down a warming stone. Once I got that warming stone, I can hit up the health regen as well. So now we've got that. We've got the offhand sacrificial axe. We're still getting some FP back. It's good. It's good. You know, look at that. That right there. That. Welcome to invasions. You know, you got to do this John Rambo stuff. Look at that, man. How close was that to just sending him over the edge? Oh, he's like that Creed song. Hold me now, I'm 6 feet from the edge and I'm thinking, oh, maybe 6 feet ain't so far. So close, yet so far. It's, and then you finally get a shot to land, and it just doesn't matter. What a pain. What a pain. They run off at this point. I think they run all the way back to, I think they're going to run all the way back to resummon that fella that they've been trying to summon this whole time. That other fella. This just, you know, they refuse to go on without old Timmy, you know. And you know, if you're playing with your friends, I understand. You know, Timmy's sitting there and he's like, summon me, guys, summon me. I'm ready to come in. I'm ready. Tag me in. I'm ready. I'm gonna really show him what for when I get in there. He'll be sorry he ever messed with us. Summon me up, buddy. So I get it, you know, Timmy's back there and he wants to get summoned up. The Phantom still back here shooting his cannon at this one guy. And I'm like, alright, let's go. And I start approaching. And now he's running away. And I'm like, alright, he's going to run all the way back. He's going to run all the way back. He's not going to do this. I thought maybe, and then boom, nice shot, idiot. I thought maybe like, alright, you know, maybe he'll give us the 1v1 right here. Was he ever serious about giving us the 1v1? Or was he always secretly, not even secretly, was he always wanting his host to jump in and to stop it from being the 1v1. Because that dragon halberd, man, I'm telling you, it's good now. A lot of times when you see somebody using a good weapon, you know, like that, one of those YouTube tier weapons, you start to like, you know, you start to see them as like, they want the fight, right? And not all the time. You know, you do have to differentiate. You do gotta learn. But you know, like this guy, he's not about it. He's not about it. Is what I'm saying. But I had to check. I had to check and make sure. So I came at him. Like, hey, are you actually about it? And he said no. He said no, I'm not. And I said, all right, that's fine. We'll wait. I got all the time in the world. I am a man who, like, I would have done this 6 years ago, 5 years ago, whatever, for free. I would have done it for free 6 years ago. Now, homie, I get paid to do it? I'll tell you a little something about Saint Riot. Anytime you have a job, you go to work, and if you have a slow day, you always have that one coworker who's like, I hate when it's slow. It's so boring. It makes the day feel like it goes by longer. It might make it feel like it does, but it's actually not. You know what I mean? You can pay me to be bored. You know? I would rather you pay me to be bored than pay me to work myself tired. You know? Easy. Yeah. Pay me to be bored. And that's just a little look. That's just a little insight into the world that I have become. And yeah, here we are. Don't ever think that, like, you know, I'll pass up a good opportunity to be spiteful, because I won't. There's a whole, you know, wide world of petty out there that I haven't even begun to touch. You think I won't just stand on top of a tree, KISSING, shooting you with a jar cannon until you finally decide you're going to come over here and do something to make me go away? You know, alternatively, you could just go up the tree the other way. You could just go up to the other side of the tree. You could try that. I'd go over there too. You know, like, there's no, but I mean, it might be worth a shot. That's a nice shot. You can't even be, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a hater. All right, I'm a professional grade hater, and I'm good at it. All right, but you can't falsely hate. All right, you know, you have to be honest, or your hate means nothing. Okay, that's a thing that you have to remember. If you can try too hard to be a hater, and being a hater has to come natural. Now it's like, you know, people say, oh, it's second nature. Nah, it's first nature for me to be a hater. But I've got to keep it real. I've got to be honest. And that was a good shot. All right, here we go again. Am I finally going to knock one of these dudes off the ledge with this shot right here? Is it finally going to happen? Oh, so close. Oh, so close. But unfortunately, no. We'll try and keep this archer alive for as long as possible. Now, the archer does a pretty good job of, like, teleporting around, being weird. So if I fire a shot and it stops them from hitting that archer for, like, even a second, there's a good chance that archer will just, like, teleport out of the way. And, you know, they live another moment. And that's another moment where they have to live with that archer, you know. And it's crazy how you know, if you just took the parts of this invasion where stuff was happening, you know, this would be a pretty good invasion with whatever. But there's just so much of this downtime, and I've said it before and I'll say it again for anybody who wants to hear it. It's just the dumbest thing you can do as co-opers is to just let me linger, you know? Just let me linger. That's a terrible idea. Your best bet for dealing with me is to just rush me down early on, you know? And try and deal with me as quick as you can and just rush me down early on. Because if you let me linger, I'm like building up meter. I've got like a special meter. But my special meter doesn't come from like, you know, landing hits. It actually comes from like surviving passivity. And the longer you let me survive in passivity, because I won't live in captivity. You know, the old you're trapped in here with me bit. But yeah, the longer you make me deal with passivity, it unlocks some sort of murderous instinct in my brain, bro. And like, I become the frame perfect god, right? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do now? What are you gonna do now? You're looking for a plan. Do you have one? Hey, you'll know it when you see it. You'll know it when you see it. God did. God did. Tell them all they'll know it when they see it. And I'll see you next time. Later, y'all.